here's a couple whose arguments are so explosive that they can power a small city. I'm talking about Neha Dhupia and Angad Bedi. And I'm talking only about your on-air avatars, guys.
Oh my god.
Then you have not seen us on offline.
Yeah, I was worried about this introduction. I was like, how does she know it? Does she live somewhere close by? Can she hear our arguments?
Are you in B401? Oh.
No, I think from like what I've seen of you in public, in even your private appearances, you guys look too loved up. But when you have a show on relationships, can it get a little bit meta? I think it's the first time you guys are coming together as well, right?
Yes. Can it get meta? Does it get meta? The truth is that, we're playing husband and wife. Are we playing Savvy and Rags? That is our character, yes, in the show. Are we those people in real life? I'd say no. There are characteristics of Rags which are very similar to Angad, and I'll let him take on and answer that. But as far as Savvy is concerned, here's a housewife who's kind of given up her professional dreams and she's working around whatever her husband wants, and all hell breaks loose because there's a pandemic, and that's why it's called social distancing. And right at the brink of it, there's a husband who wants to actually come out clean that he's having an extramarital affair. Now, whether he comes out clean, whether he doesn't, we don't know what's going to happen. But the truth is that, yeah, we're a married couple and we've never played one.
Well, I know there are no similarities between you and Rags and that secretary or whatever that is. I'm not going to ask how much of it is inspired from real life. But like, what was it like playing this, reliving the horrors of the pandemic for you?
It was... First of all, the pandemic was scary.
Yeah.
It was extremely disturbing, and I don't know how we've come out of it, but God bless everybody who's still around and doing well and pulling themselves out of it. But this show, it's very different. It's got a very humorous take on the relationship. It is very, very. There's a lot of drama. There's a lot of situational comedy. And there's a lot of struggle that very earnestly how this man Raghavan Rao is, though being a leadership coach, and he's trying, what he does for a living is he uplifts people and tells them how to go about their lives. And here his own life is in a mess. He's in between his wife and his secretary, and he genuinely believes that he's in love with his 24-year-old secretary, which is
which probably true. Who knows, right?
Which causes all the drama. And then how he wants to he lives in Dubai, but he wants to fly to Mumbai to be with his love interest, and then from Dubai they move to Goa, from Goa to Maldives, and then how she lands up from Mumbai. The story really begins when she lands up, Anaya lands up from Mumbai to Dubai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's where the whole drama unfolds.
And you mentioned all the pandemic hotspot destinations, right?
Yeah.
Maldives, Goa, Dubai. But you travel through this orally.
Yes,
you do.
yes. And then, the thing is, you can have your own versions of it. If you've been there, then you know exactly what to kind of imagine. And if you haven't, then of course you can let your imagination run wild. Now, the other thing is that not only is it close to like pandemic holiday destinations, but it's also extremely close to the fact that, there were like, people who were getting cooped up in apartments. There were people who were going through a lot mentally. There were people who were going through ups and downs and jobs that were so certain. And for instance, like there's this lovely sequence where, Rags has taken this big office on lease, and then suddenly, thinking that the rental will get cancelled out with the next best job that they're getting, which is all firmed up. And slowly, you start, there are layoffs and all of that happening. So the incorporation of the world in lockdown is really obvious, and it's so relatable in social distancing.
Like he's done a 30-city tour where he'll make a lot of money, and that money will go into the new office.
Yeah, but this happened to a lot of us, right? At the time. It was very real then, but it's a humorous take. It's like tragedy plus time is equal to comedy.
Yeah, so it's a dramedy.
It's a dramedy.
Yeah, so it's the thing is that it's a lot of like stuff during the lockdown that we took for granted right before, and then things got real. Or even when it opened up slowly, where you could have the same circle of 6 couple parties, you have a glimpse of that. Or the 2 people you trust, you can keep meeting and stay within your circle. Or the fact that you can go down for a walk or a run when it's slowly opened up. So the world travels in the show the way we all travel. So it's also very like it's today, you know.
Yeah.
The lockdown was now, so you know, it's probably one of the first kind of pieces of content to come out about the lockdown in like a
In a lighter,
lighter, more
note.
comic way.
Yeah, no lighter note as well. So tell me, I saw the trailer for this, which was a visual one, and I thought even that looked very interesting, right? But when they come to you with an audio book, would you not say that, you know, we have faces made for the screen? Why are you coming to us and putting us?
We would love that. Like
Yeah.
if this was to be taken to video, we would love that too. More because we believe in the content, and the more people that consume the audio series on Audible will help us have faith in what we've made and love it as much as we did. That could result into anything.
Also,
Who
sometimes
knows?
the want should be more, I feel. What happens is it's a good way, you know, audio series is a good way to, you know, have social distancing, you know, targeted towards the audience. Reason being is that the want of having more of it.
Yeah.
Because when you put down the 12 episodes, there are some are 17 minutes, some are 20, some are 22. You know, eventually when it ends, the first season ends, you want the second season to begin immediately.
Yeah, even on the read, I wanted that.
You know,
like it
so
was
that
so
it's
good.
So you
got that
you
impact.
wouldn't leave your audience hanging,
Yes,
is
you
it?
do.
Yeah, it's very
Oh.
unfortunate,
Yeah,
but we
but
will,
we do.
so that you ask for season 2 and
You
we
ask
will.
for season
No,
2
that's
and so forth.
terrible.
Yeah.
I hate that. There's a
It's-
void left in your life
Yes.
then when you finish the
Yeah,
series.
yeah, like-
For you too, does that happen?
Yeah, because I got so involved in playing this character. Literally, first I was scared because, you know, it's a very different medium. It's my first voice work, and then when you go there and you perform, I was a bit jittery in the initial few days. But then once I got the hang of it, you know, I started enjoying the process with the mic and then performing for the mic. We had a great director in Simran Singh who helped us, you know, go through with our characters. And by the end of it, I think I was doing an episode a day because I was also the sutradhar of the story.
Oh, you're also
yeah,
the
so
narrator.
I'm the narrator. I'm the voice of what's it, voice of
Rags.
yeah. So
Of the show
of
as
the
well.
show. Yeah. So he goes into from doing the voiceover. He goes into doing the scene.
It's from his perspective.
Oh.
Also,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever said this, and I don't think Angad knows this, but you know, he plays a philandering husband in the show, which is so distant from who he is as, you know, as husband and wife, like who we are. And I think that somewhere it was disturbing him, or he was so involved, or whatever else. I would get a lot of loved up messages from the set, like at lunch. I don't know if you remember, you would call me or then come back, and you know, I would get like endless hugs.
Oh, like I'm so
more like-
sorry for being mean to you
no,
on
no,
the
not
radio
more-
waves
like
like
this
that.
is not me. I love my wife and I value what we have. You know, I don't know if he remembers this, but I was getting a lot of like, or on the way back. he
I
was
got
like,
totally involved.
So,
in
You're
it.
so you
totally
didn't do
involved.
method acting nahi kiya,
No, method was in, there was extra love being
method
showered
acting
my
is-
way.
No, it was just, you know, what happens with me, I'll tell you, as a performer is, whether it's visual or now, you know, through voice, I perform. So for me now, it doesn't matter what medium it is, right? This character, I literally fell in love with because Raghavan Rao is so flawed, but he's so adorable at the same time because he's accepting of his flaws. You know, he makes you believe as an audience that what he's doing गलत है लेकिन यार बेचारा है. You know, so the thing is that वो एक in storytelling only that thread is there, and this is the kind of character which I love to see. I would have loved to see on screen, and you know, these are kind of characters which I like.
flawed,
But
grey,
hilarious,
but
you know,
relatable.
accepting, not accepting,
Yeah.
that you know, walking that thin ice. I love these kind of characters. They bring a lot of humor, and I got an opportunity here which I just grabbed with both my hands. And when I used to go in there, I used to tell Neha, I said, you will not hear from me for 5-6 hours because it requires that kind of.
But I
attention.
did. I did.
You did,
I
yeah,
did
yeah,
get like
yeah.
an occasional WhatsApp saying, are you okay? Have you had lunch?
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't record this together?
No, we couldn't
we
because
couldn't.
our director realized immediately for the betterment of the of the series that.
And in the interest of time.
Interest of time also because we have an ability, see, like overlap is happening.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what happens is when you are performing also,
Yeah.
overlap can happen, but it has to happen very precisely. It can't happen while in the scene all the time. So she figured out different timings for us. Neha being the veteran of you know voice work, she
Veteran.
finished.
Why?
She
No
finished-
filter, of
Yeah.
course.
She finished her dub in 2 days.
Huh.
I went on for 20
No,
days.
not true. 2.5. I went there thrice.
No, 2.
Really?
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
very
he's keeping score, yeah, very
No, no, he's really
competitive.
pissed.
So you
Yeah.
finished in 2 days and you took?
20. Because
But he's also playing 2 parts.
I'm playing 2
Okay,
parts.
that's-
And he's
So
also
from
the main
beginning
lead. Like, I had very little to say for
From
a
the beginning
change.
till the end,
I'm like, yes, will you have sambar? That's all I say in the first episode. Then, of course, lots happens. Yeah. I mean, my character has a lot of color, but I speak less
Oh, okay.
for a change.
And it's lovely. It's
What
just,
did you learn though? Like she does her podcast, No Filter Neha. Did you learn like anything? Do you think it's more difficult?
no tips from
more
her.
respect for Neha now?
See, the thing is that she, in what she does, she plays herself. And she has a higher intelligence of knowing what to say, what not to say. And also of routing the conversation.
But she's
as well.
saying no filter. She has a filter.
No, she doesn't have any filter.
Okay.
So the thing is that that is why for a change here I felt that, you know, listen to me when I'm saying things.
Yeah, that was smart. Like, you'd like scold me down.
Yeah, and
Like,
then I used to tell, I said that, listen, don't, here you will not have the final word.
Oh.
Here my character is,
Yeah.
it has to do certain things a certain way and all that. The only thing I used to go back home and say, how the hell have you finished this in 2 days?
Fatafat.
Yeah,
but
she
she's
was
saying
done.
she didn't have.
No, I didn't. He was continuously doing this, and I had finished the entire season. And then I think the third day, he asked me, where are you going? I think I was just going to the gym. I said, I'm going to dub. Because I didn't want to tell him the truth that I've already done. And me and Simran decided, she's like, our director, he said, if you tell him that you finished the season in the amount of time he's doing episode 1 or 2, he'll never come back. But he has, the truth is, his work was so much. He's the main role in the
sounds
series.
Like the narrator, and
Yeah.
you are the one
And the
from the
lead,
first
and the lead.
Yeah.
for
and doing all the
I'm playing the
philandering.
part,
Well,
yeah.
one woman. You have like two that you are handling. in this.
Imagine
I
a
think
man
at least
in
two.
real life who's having an affair. He has to deal with his wife, he has to deal with his
But
life,
you know
he has to
that's-
narrate it to his
the
friends.
pandemic was the worst time to have, like, for everyone having an affair, I think, right?
Imagine the day you're going to break the news
Yeah.
to your wife that
Yeah.
you're having an affair is the
Yeah.
day the
pandemic,
lockdown is announced.
And you
then
have to live
imagine.
with your wife.
Yeah, that is a nightmare come true.
Yeah, and then, you know, then he tries everything, like, he tries, like, just for, those flights had also begun from Dubai to India, Mumbai. So he figured out every possible way of getting to Mumbai.
Oh.
You know, whether it was in that whole white suit and sitting and, you know,
Oh,
all,
yeah.
So it's a great
COVID
struggle.
suit.
Like, when you hear him now, you'll just see his struggle, which is time and again for him it means a lot.
Yeah.
But for the other person, people are going to listen and like, what an idiot. You know, so it's just got that grain in it. It's
But I
really-
feel like you guys are so invested in these characters and
it's
this
why I'm telling
entire
you, I've
show.
done like whether it's cinema or you know, digital platform work I've done. This has been one of my most favorite characters. It's been one of my best works. I can say,
Wow,
yeah.
that's such a lovely, proud feeling, I'm sure, to have.
It is. It's
right?
like by the end I used to tell Simran, आज करना है क्या? कुछ रह गया तो बुला ले.
How
You know,
sweet.
अगर ये line ठीक नहीं है, because I used to think.
So it's like
what
a passion project.
Yeah,
for sure.
so it is. I got passionate about it, and I got like
I can hear that.
I started going a bit crazy with it, and I used to call her, you know, and she started understanding what I was going through. She said, "Okay, fine, I will let you know." Then one scene I had dubbed, she liked it. Then I said, "Listen, hang on, I'm coming back."
Oh.
Halfway through Bandra, I got back. I went back to Andheri. I said, "Let's do it this way."
Oh.
And then we changed the whole tonality of it.
Oh, wow.
And she was so accepting of that. She's kept there was a breakdown scene which was not supposed to be there. And I said, I should break down here.
Oh.
And she said, you really think that's the way to go for it? I said, yes. This has to be.
See, this is why it took
And-
20 days. You
and-
went back, you
and
did all
then
this.
then she made me break down, and then she's kept the breakdown.
How amazing.
So
But
it's just like she and I really bonded well while finding Raghavan Rao.
But how difficult is it to like break down for the audio medium? Is it easier than the visual medium or more difficult?
No,
different?
you're actually losing one entire, you know, sense when it comes to audience and yourself as performers. So there's no visual.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like you have to be
You have to
even
give more. Yeah.
like even more invested. Otherwise, even if it's like, you know, visual and or it's called audio and visual, if it's split right through the center. This you have to do 100% with video. I mean, sorry, you have to do 100% with audio. So
Yeah.
it's completely different.
Like they say, show, don't tell, right? Here you can only tell. So you have to,
Yeah.
like, it's all
And no show.
exposition.
Yeah.
And no show.
Also, it's
Exactly.
written in that way, like, by Chetan Bhagat and the dialogues by Mayur Puri. I just feel that it was meant to be me.
Yeah.
Because she got approached for it first.
Huh.
I was not even part of this series. Like somebody else was approached for it, and then it landed in my lap.
Wow.
And when I read it, and when I heard the lines that I was going to say, I said, "This is how I talk every single day.
Wow.
This is me."
Wow.
Except the fact that he's a South Indian and I'm not. So we changed his tonality slightly, and then from changing it slightly, we made it very universal language.
Okay.
So people get it. Not every.
So you have a South Indian accent or not?
Not throughout.
Not throughout.
It's universal
Okay.
English, but there are certain words that are
Like
used,
what?
like sambar,
Yeah.
or amma.
You said sambar correctly.
That's
correct.
Yeah, like her side, like my in-laws, how I talk to them.
Oh, nice.
And it's like, I don't know how, but this I feel has come to me at a very correct time of my life. Because I have the experience, of dealing with my in-laws. I'm married, we have children. So, you have to have the understanding. Only then could I feel, if I was not in this space right now, maybe this show would have not come to me.
Well, now you definitely made me more excited to watch it. You also said it's a very funny show.
It
right?
is hilarious. It is
And-
hilarious. It's situational comedy.
So, have you guys heard this show yourselves? Or are you
Yes.
guys... Oh, what did you think about it? Do you...
Love it.
Yeah?
I mean, read it again, and then read it, and then
Read it again, read it,
and
performed it,
and then now heard it.
You heard it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you like when I hear my voice notes, for instance, I cringe. How do you feel about your performance?
I don't mind. I
You
don't
don't
mind it. I've actually heard a lot of my voice.
Huh.
So I don't
And
cringe.
it's a nice voice.
No, not true. So is yours. I don't cringe, but I'm just very familiar with it.
Huh.
So and then and for everything else, you have a great director.
Yeah.
And that's what Simran handles. And then there's post production. So when it actually comes out, it sounds really nice. The show.
Okay, I'm
I
completely
mean, you're an
sold.
Audible, so they're gonna make sure. That's why you kind of endorse brands that you believe in, because they also want to make sure that they do the right thing with the right people.
But tell me, if given a choice during a drive, would you listen to some fun songs or would you listen to an audio series?
When I'm on my own,
Yeah.
definitely a series would be a good one.
Oh.
But when I'm, with everyone else, because I get choice number 4 in the car. Ever since we've been
No, but-
married, I've never heard a single song that I wanted.
You
Because
sing all the
just want
rhymes,
flower?
yeah.
yeah, I like flowers, but I've just like
Miley
made.
Cyrus.
Maria.
Yeah, but I made everybody else believe that, you love this song, because everybody loves the song. But then first I had to introduce Angad to the song, and then my daughter and my son, of course, he does everything. He's 16 months. But
Our son has my taste in music.
Mine's also Punjabi, though I'm not Punjabi at all. But
Yeah.
I love
My,
only Punjabi music.
Oh, really?
Daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, our son's a huge kind of Diljit Dosanjh, Sidhu Moosewala fan.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
so
imagine.
you
Yeah,
just
he gets
know.
angry if you don't play that music.
Same. I'm very relatable.
AP, that kind of music.
yeah.
Yeah. But then our daughter is like everything, and she introduces.
She's Miley Cyrus and
Eva Max,
she's
and
Eva
she's
Max.
introduced us to all that.
Yeah.
But did you have to buy yourself flowers yesterday or did Angad
I
do
have
the
never
needful?
bought my wife flowers.
No,
Oh.
you did actually. You once on Valentine's,
When?
many years ago.
Many
what,
years
6
ago.
years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Oh, when I was just your friend.
Yes, he's bought me lots of presents when we were not dating.
Oh.
I remember I bought her a bag once. It was a green bag. She very recently
The
carried.
green bag, what is the design? Like, what is the label?
Jimmy Choo.
Okay, so this is what men do, right? They say blue bag, green bag.
Yeah. He's like, he walked in, he's like, I'm
What
at
an
some
insult.
store. Yeah. But he's like, I'm at a store in town. Should I buy you a bag? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, I'm going to buy you a green bag because I know you don't have a green bag. He brought it home and I was like, oh my God, what is he going to show?
That time I had
green.
80,000 rupees. So green bag 67,000
Oh
rupees.
my
ka
god,
tha.
how cute. And
I
what a
still
cute-
have it and it's one of the coolest bags I have.
Oh wow, but it's like saying green car. It's like saying I bought a green car.
Then I
would
bought
want
you
to
an
know which
iPad
car,
also.
right?
Remember once
No,
I-
that's because I was in Ahmedabad. I landed at the airport and someone nicked my iPad. And the first person I called was Angad. He's like, why are you crying? I'm like, someone nicked my iPad. And this was my first iPad. When I got home, he was there in my house with an iPad.
Oh my god. And this is when you were just friends.
Just friends. And he I think he
मेरे
had...
पास पैसे नहीं होते थे
He
जो
would spend
थोड़े होते थे
all
मैं
his
सेव
cash
करके
on
ना
Oh my God.
I used to get
And
her
I would
that.
never ask him for anything. I was just not like I was telling him to like get me things. But he was just like, I'm like, why does he do this?
Now I understand why people in Bollywood say we're just good friends.
नहीं but ये रख भी लेती थी gifts.
तो मैं क्या करूँ?
We're a really good
He's
friend.
going to get me a bag, and if he's bought me like to just like be nice.
ये
to
रख
him.
भी लेती थी.
For instance, it was his birthday last week. You also kept all the gifts very nicely.
Up to
It's
yeah.
not like you didn't.
Yeah.
You also kept.
No, but now तो I
But now I
legit
tell
ना.
him what I want because I don't trust his taste.
Oh wow! But is that bag you say is one of the nicest ones? You should get him.
Yeah, I do. But then sometimes he's
इतना
like,
भी risk नहीं लेने
you
का.
know, Angad's like a bored shopper. You enter one store and he's like, when you ask him, Angad, how's this? Oh, first one only. Very nice, let's go. Very nice, buy this. Very nice. That's it. In 30 seconds, you're done. I'm like, but this bag, I want a black, big tote bag because I like really big bags. So I'm like, but this bag. He's like, you want a black big bag? It's a black big bag. Let's go.
I don't have patience for all.
Very functional shopper.
No, you have to take it. This requirement is there, then finish it.
I
It
feel
can't
like
be
I just got a teaser of the season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we should keep this for season 2.
Like when we
Yeah.
got married, the first thing I told her, मैं ना तुम्हारे साथ कभी शॉपिंग जाऊंगा,
हाँ.
वो मेरे से एक्सपेक्ट मत करना. किसी दिन तुम दुबई जाओगी, मैं शायद तुम्हारे साथ ना भी आऊँ. She said why? Because मैंने कहा मैं वहाँ शॉपिंग मॉल में नहीं घूमने जाऊँगा. मैं जाऊँगा ही नहीं. I have never done it.
Wow.
I don't go to malls and I don't.
Never
do
say never.
Very
No,
convenient. I head to toe. Full shopping is done by wife.
Oh wow.
So that's why
Because
he's
she
like,
goes.
She has good taste, na? She has good taste, and vice versa.
She's good. She's got
no,
good.
he doesn't have very good taste.
Somebody married you, na?
Yeah, but you lucked out.
I really want to watch this one, guys.
Yeah.
I hope this season 2, and I hope you guys collab and
Yeah,
write
now
it.
that we've set context, we just want to
Yeah.
remind you that it's on Audible. It's called Social Distancing. Listen up.